In this Leanpreneur episode, we're going to discuss the concept of minus cost principle. So what you've got is, and it's a simple formula, but when you look at it, analyze it in a different way, it gives you different outcomes. So for instance, if you look at cost plus profit equals price, you're going to be looking at it from a different perspective. Here's what I mean. This is the simple formula one. And so if you're a commodity business, you're going to buy some product at some cost. You're going to add some profit margin to it, and then you're going to sell it at some price. So basically, you already have the cost, and your mentality is just to add profit to it, and then go out there and sell it in the marketplace. So this is more like you could say like a commodity company as an example. If you're looking at it from a manufacturing perspective, and this is what Toyota Production System enables you to see is in a different way, is that you can look at it the following way. Price minus, cost equals profit. Now, I know these are really simple formulas. This is like, seriously, Damir, you're actually telling me this stuff that I already know? I mean, this is really basic. But how you look at simple things sometimes can make a huge difference. And what I mean by that is really simple. When it comes to looking at price, Toyota believes that the market itself, eventually, they may not do it in the beginning. For instance, if it's a new product, you could get away with a higher price than the competitors. But the way Toyota looks at it is that the price is basically based on market demand or market knowledge. So at some point, the market itself is going to give you a set of price for you within regions, within some price points. So for instance, in the luxury car market like Lexus or Infiniti or BMW, there are some price points within you just can't get away with charging more than you should, unless the brand is so much more valuable. So by looking at it this way, that means your profit obviously is, if this is somewhat of a constant, then the only way to generate a source of higher profit is by reducing cost. And so when you look at Toyota Production System and the way Toyota operates, and of course because of their methodology and framework of how they produce cars, a large portion of the industry has gravitated that way as well. But the source of profit is eliminating cost. And so do you see the difference? In the first formula, really you're not focused on the cost component. You're more focused on how much profit can I add to make some real money. That's the mentality. In the second one, you're basically looking at your product or service saying, there's some price that I have to operate within that the market's going to buy it at. And I know that even if I'm a new product or a new startup in a new emerging sector, the competition is going to come in eventually, and they're going to set some kind of a price parameters to it. So that means that in order for me to derive profit, I have to lower my cost. And this is absolutely the number one principle of the Toyota Production System. Because now, fully knowing that they have to focus on cost, they can now look at whether it's in production or any other type of a function in business, especially production, to eliminate cost. And so remember that in this episode, what I really want you to get out of this is that these two simple formulas of how you look at cost, profit, and price, and what you emphasize can make a difference between having a startup that is at the mercy of the market versus having a startup or growing business that has its own destiny and can focus on delivering the most amount of value at the lowest cost possible.